Hi, this is Chris at The Wandering Bull. In today's video, we're going to talk about flat roach construction. We've done another video on roach construction, how to tie the deer hair, how to tie the porky hair. But this is primarily on this flat roach. This roach style, I want to feel it's the evolution of roaches. So this is like one of the earlier styles. It's got deer hair around the perimeter, some porcupine quill work there, and wampum beads with brass cones and deer hair. This guy, theoretically, your braid would come out the hole, and I'd put this bone spreader right over that hole, so your braid comes out, and then slide this pin through the braid in your hair. That way, it's gonna lock it in place, it's not gonna fall off. So, my theory is this is the very early style roach with the deer hair. And then this roach evolved into more of this style of roach. This guy's got a yarn base. The dark red is the deer hair. The taller hair is the porcupine hair. This roach is turkey beard. The dark material is the turkey beard. And turkeys have a little beard that basically under their chin. When the turkeys fight, they peck at the beard, and the hair is short, so they fight and grab that beard. This guy's got a hair base, a couple of rows of turkey beard, and that red deer hair. This guy as well, this is unusual. It's blonde. It's a blonde porcupine. So there's almost no dark hair, as in this roach. So there's very few blondes hair on a porcupine. So this is like saving a lot of hair to get it to be this color. It's a hair-based roach as well. The outer hair is horsehair dyed green. And over time, the roaches got longer. This is a 22-inch roach. And the hair in the front is extremely long, 9-10 inches long. Pretty elaborate. So this is a modern roach to use for a modern outfit, and then they progress back in time. So we talked about the bigger roaches. Let's get into this flat roach. So the flat roach construction, there's 2 layers of deer skin. It's sandwiched. This deer hair is going to get sandwiched with the front and the back. And we'll have that hole, we'll stitch that up. So here's my pattern I'm going to use. I'm 2.5 inches across the top. The hole is a 1/2 inch in diameter, and I'm 3 inches long. And it's 3.5 inches to the tail. So it's a little different shape than this one here. So I got nice thick deer skin. It's smoked and heavy. I'm gonna use a pencil, trace this guy out. Start with the hole in the center. The pencil over time is gonna wear off. So not that you need to work fast, but the more you work with the deer skin, the more you're gonna wear the pencil off. Got a front and a back. So if you look at the video that I've done on how to tie deer hair or make a roach, this piece I did earlier, no sense in spending an hour tying this piece of deer hair. And I have centered it, so I know that point is the center, and I'm going to start in the center. I'm going to use a Glover's needle, which is designed to sew through leather. It's a 3-sided needle. And for this particular project, I'm going to use cotton thread. I don't like using the wax nylon imitation sinew on a reproduction project. That wax cord just doesn't fit the time period. So let's use something that's appealing to the eye. So I'm going to center my deer here, top of the roach. I'm going to go through the back. Pull that guy all the way out. And I'm going to go through the deer here. And in the deer here, if you catch the knot in the back, just go through the lace a little, that string a little bit. All right. And so this rough side on this piece of deerskin is against the animal. You can see the little vein kind of going through there. So this side is where the hair would, the hair follicles would stick in. This is the side that we want to use. We want this facing out. So I've lined up the back in the center, through the deer hair in the center, and I'll go through the center of the front piece. So now I'm basically just going to stitch around, bundle of hair. Designed to go through leather, so they go through your skin relatively easy as well. Once again, it's a project you need 3 hands on, so patience, to practice in patience. So I'm going through the front. I'm going to catch that bundle of hair on the inside and then exit the back. Place and push. Now I'm getting to the point where I got to trim here because I'm a little uneven. Now I'll switch to the other side. I'm going to stitch that down. Same thing with that whip stitch. Hold that guy in place. Put the needle on the table and push. And if you're doing beadwork on brain tan, you can basically go halfway through the leather. It saves you some time and effort sliding that needle through. So right now, this is my second side of that I've sewn up. There's my needle and my thread. Wrap around twice. Pull that needle. Give it a little tug. I'm going to do it again. 2 knots are always better than 1 knot. And got my needle, 1, 2. Pull it tight. Trim that tight and close. So once that all works out, this one's much older. You can see that hair was once red. I probably had this for 20 plus. I've seen them beaded with wampum beads, and I've seen them quilled. So today we're basically just showing you how to construct it. You can decorate it, quill it, use wampum beads in the future. But basically we just wanted to get people the idea of how this was made. So that will all straighten out over time. So we'll work on the dangles on the bottom. These are clay wampum beads with copper cones and deer hair. We've also done a video on how to make copper cones, copper cone deer hair drops, so you can check that out. see it theoretically. That's what we have. I can do one quick. So I'm using this linen thread. And gonna tie a knot in it. Let that sit right there. Take my dare here, stick it inside of that knot. Pull it tight. So that dare here is pinched. Slide my thread inside the cone. The cone is wider at one end. So I have that thread looped around my hair. I'm going to pull it into the cone and basically pinches it. I can squeeze that cone a little bit. That's how these were made, and that's how these were made. So check out the other video on the how to make a copper cone. And I pre-strung these guys, so I'm going to go into the larger size Glover's needle for this. It's got a big eye. I got 2 threads. I'm going to put one thread into the Glover's needle. I'm going to go into the base of this roach. Actually, I'm going to start right in the center. Push my needle through, pull that all the way through. So now I have one thread through and one knot. I'm going to tie a square knot here. I like to go through twice, so there's one loop. Stick that next loop through. Give it a pull. I'm going to leave that for the time being. So I'll take my next one. Last square knot here. I'm going to go through once, twice, once, twice. Snip these guys off tight. So, Eastern Woodlands flat roach, 2 pieces of leather, sandwiched, hole in the center, and that hole in the center is designed to take the roach spreader. Your braid goes through the hole in the roach spreader, and then the roach pin will basically go through your braid, secure all of that in place. This one's decorated with quill work. This one, you know, for example, for today, for construction purposes, I didn't do the quill work. It still can be done. It'd be easier to do it before you had all the deer hair in place. So some quill work, some wampum beads, tin cones. So, Eastern Woodlands flat roach. Thanks for watching. Chris at the Wandering Bull. Check us out online, wanderingbull.com.